Hi there, this is Johnny here. So if you're actually clicking on this video and you're here, you're actually probably thinking, hey, should I actually get a MacBook Air for my MBA studies or for my business studies, or should I actually get a Windows laptop? Now, being a current MBA student myself, I am actually currently using my M1 MacBook Air for my studies, and I'm also a former long-time Windows laptop user. And I actually want to give you my personal take on this particular question and how the MacBook Air has been holding up thus far. Now, first of all, the MacBook Air which I own currently is actually the 2020 model, which actually comes with the Apple Silicon M1 chip, comes with 8GB of unified RAM, 256GB of internal storage, and it can be actually found right now for as low as $760 on the Apple official refurbished website. Now, I've been actually using it for almost 4 years now, and it's currently on macOS Sonoma 14.5 version. Now, first and foremost, right off the bat, the first thing I want to address when it comes to choosing a laptop, I'll always be taught looking at the laptop performance and the battery life. This is what I truly appreciate about the M1 Air, is that coming from a long-time Windows user, it's actually the performance in an ultra-thin and fanless chassis and how it continues to deliver consistent performance even while it's on battery. Now, this means that when you unplug the power cable from the laptop, you actually do not see any drop in performance. Now, this is something which I actually cannot say for any Windows laptop. And I also want to be honest for a second here, is that I've actually been using this M1 Air for almost 4 years now as my daily driver to build this YouTube channel, as well as right now for my MBA studies. You can actually personally see the types of videos in terms of the YouTube side that I've been actually churning out for the last 4 years with the M1 Air. And for my MBA studies, on any given day, I could have as many as like 10 applications or programs open up on my M1 Air. The surprising part is that the M1 Air actually cuts through everything like hot knife through butter. Even though with so many things open up, it actually runs as cool as ever. Even if it heats up, it just feels a little bit warm, but it's still cool enough to put my laptop on my legs if I want to relax on the sofa while doing my work. Besides that, what's even more comforting to know is that the 2020 M1 Air has enough time in people's hands to conclude that it's actually a proven success. What do I mean is that if there's any major issues with this, it will have surfaced a long time ago, and not only that, this machine has gone through like multiple major updates and patches. Now, for your information, when I first got this M1 Air, it was on macOS Big Sur 11.2 version, and now it's actually on macOS Sonoma 14.5. So it has gone through like 4 major OS updates. So it's definitely a much more reliable machine today, and it will continue to receive regular updates and support from Apple for probably the next 4 to 5 years. Now, I'm also very confident to say that everything you heard about M1 Air's battery life performance is true. For mine, battery condition is normal. Battery health is currently at 84%, and it has gone through like 162 charges, life cycle charges. For my studies, I usually will start off the day in the morning around like 9 a.m. with a fully charged M1 Air. The screen brightness is set as 50%, Wi-Fi on, Bluetooth on, and I have multiple apps and programs running in the background. And usually after about 4 hours, the battery life will drop about like 15 to 20%, and by about 6 p.m. in the evening, it will lose another 40%. And if I continue to do my assignments until like 10 p.m. at night, it will still have around like 30% left in the tank. And what is more impressive about this machine is that it only needs like 30 watt of power. Now, this is actually very impressive because it means that all I need is a small compact 30 watt like a charger with a USB-C port in my backpack, or even a small and compact multi-port GAN charger. I can share with you that this is simply impossible with any previous Windows laptop I've used. So in general, the M1 Air's battery life performance is so good that it's never a concern for me at all. I lose about 10% of usage every 2 hours whenever I'm doing my productivity tasks, and after 4 years, the battery health is still standing at 84%. The second thing is actually in terms of software. I get a lot of comments saying that it's best to get a Windows laptop because like Words, Excel, PowerPoint are the softwares and program works better on Windows. Now, does that sound familiar to you? For me, I have been using both a Mac and Windows. And now as an MBA student, what are some of the softwares which I always been using? Well, there's the web browser with at least 10 tabs open onto it. I use the MS Office, I use Adobe PDF, and I have using the Apple Preview, Zotero, Apple Notes, Grammarly, Spotify, WhatsApp, Telegram, Zoom, etc., including Apple Music. In terms of the Office applications, the Office programs, the Office suite, to be honest with you, I actually didn't install the Microsoft Office suite since the beginning because the complimentary Apple iWork suite, it works just fine for me. I can actually easily save and export all my documents in a wide variety of extensions and format, including Word, Excel, PowerPoint, etc., PDF, plain text, and even images. It's just that after I actually started my MBA program about a year ago, I started to realize that I needed to add references and citations in my written assignments, and this particular program is called Zotero. The plugin is not available for Apple Pages, it's only available for Microsoft Words, and that is the only reason I had to make the switch over to Microsoft Office. As for emails, it's web-based as I actually integrated it with my own personal Yahoo Mail. For information, Yahoo Mail actually has 1 TB of storage. In terms of like keyboard and keyboard backlight, the M1 Air comes with the Apple Magic Keyboard switch and a dedicated power on-off button with built-in Touch ID. The Magic Keyboard has a proven track record of success. Typing experience has been fantastic. You're actually able to type comfortably for hours and hours, and the fully functional keyboard backlight is available in the control center for manual adjustment, but you can always set it to like auto adjustment in the system preferences. You pair the keyboard with the Apple's legendary enormous touchpad, which blends in seamlessly into the frame. What more can I say? This is actually the best built-in touchpad ever. Now, for the two Thunderbolt 3 ports on the left side of the M1 Air, many people have actually complained that it's simply not enough. I need USB port, I need HDMI port, I need SD card slot, etc., blah blah blah. It was actually the same for me initially, but after using it as a daily driver for the past 4 years and now for my MBA studies, I actually don't see any issues with the two USB-C port on the left. And why do I say that? Well, firstly, the only time I actually need a HDMI or a VGA port was for my presentation, and I only need it for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. All I need to do was to bring along a USB-C hub which has a HDMI port and a VGA port, plug it into my laptop, and I use it just for that presentation. Now, the M1 Air actually comes with a 13.3-inch Retina display with a resolution of 2560 by 1600. It's a beautiful built-in panel of a maximum screen brightness of like 400 nits. The good thing is that the color accuracy is superb right out of the box. It has full sRGB and DCI-P3 coverage and around 88% for the Adobe RGB coverage, which should be sufficient for like 99% of users out there, including me. In terms of the webcam and the built-in microphone, honestly speaking, I've actually done countless video calls with this machine. The webcam resolution, well, it's only 720p, but the thing is that even though a lot of laptops out there right now are equipped with like 1080p resolution webcams, when it comes to real life usage, 720p webcam on the M1 Air, it still offers like better colors, better skin tone, and an overall better picture quality compared to many Windows laptop out there, even though it boasts a 1080p resolution. So if you want, you can check out the following clip, which is a showcase of the M1 Air webcam quality. But what really impresses me the most is the microphone quality. Now, I use it not only for my Zoom sessions, but I also use it to record like voice memos, for like WhatsApp audio, for to do like calls on WhatsApp, on FaceTime, phone calls, etc. Have a listen at the voice quality of the M1 Air.
Alright, the M1 Air webcam. So as you can see, the difference is actually pretty obvious. Alright, so I'll switch over right now to speak on the on the Legion 5 laptop. Okay, so from here, this is actually the Legion 5 webcam. As you can see, even though both are actually on paper stated to be.
Now, when it comes to design and shape of the M1 Air, now even though it's on a quote-unquote an older design, from a design perspective, personally, I feel that the M1 Air is still a very good, true to MacBook Air design. Now, what do I mean is that it's ultra thin, ultra lightweight, makes it actually one of the most compact and portable laptops you can find out there in the market today. And that super premium unibody aluminum build that lives up to the Apple QC at $760. Full aluminum body, don't think you can really find that in the market right now. Now, the audio output quality is usually compromised as the laptop shrinks in size or the laptop is down to a certain price range. But it's not the case for the M1 Air. The built-in speakers are just mind-blowing with loud and powerful output, at which puts a lot of premium laptops to shame actually. Of course, if you want some me-only moment, there's a headphone jack on the right side to deliver in a respectable, clean, loud audio. Last but not least, in terms of reliability and support, for the past 4 years, the M1 Air has been extremely reliable and it has been extremely solid overall. As a machine, I actually do not really have any major issues with this laptop except for the 556GB internal storage, which I would get a 512 or 1TB if I had additional money. Besides that, if you have any issue with your MacBook, the Apple tech support to their customers is arguably one of the best, if not the best. I believe it's only second to American Express. Their staff is so patient, so meticulous that even over the phone, that honestly speaking, as a long-time user of Windows laptop and Android phones, I never had such a great after-sales support. Alright, so at the end of the day, what can I say after using this M1 Air for 4 years? Well, looking away from the mediocre webcam and the lack of ports, now these are minor flaws to an otherwise exceptional laptop, especially when you can get one brand new for as low as $760. I can't stress enough how good a value this laptop is. Everything that you can get, and the proven track record, and it kind of makes other options look a little bit silly in terms of performance, battery life, etc. in one slick compact package. I personally feel that this is the best laptop you can get for under $800. But hey, that's just me. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think that the Apple M1 MacBook Air at that price is a no-brainer, or is there a better option out there to go for? I'm curious to hear your thoughts, so do share your comments down below. Let me know what you think. This is actually my personal thoughts of the M1 Air, whether is it suitable for business studies, for university students. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you did, you can actually show your support by smashing the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.